So tell us a little bit about the Indigenous weaving garden.
This idea came up when we were speaking about the lack of plants that the Indigenous weaving class has. This was a couple of years ago, and at the time we suggested that in a few years' time, if we have a botanic garden, there could be a space in there. Luckily, the council appointed a committee to look at or to actually develop the garden, so we put the space in there for an Indigenous weaving garden. The committee has now appointed a landscape architect, Louise Costa, to actually develop the garden. So of course we need to be here with the people in the class to talk about how that will work, what plants they want, what space they need, and then they may even come out and help us construct the garden.
Fantastic. And what kind of issues, I mean, Louise mentioned before about the slope and things like that, so there's a few issues to get around with the construction of the garden?
Yes, there is, and what we've tried to do very much out there is to keep the landscape as it is, with the large mound, the water area and the bushland area, and not to interfere with that too much. But even so, we have to do some adjustments where there might be too much slope. We might have to level it off or put a terrace in, and there's also some occasional flooding issues, which we'll also cater for. So Louise will make sure that the structures we put in to hold the plants or the paving will be very strong, and they'll be able to cope with that.
Fantastic.